darling, what are we doing today? Let me finish.
We are going to do a full body workout, and I thought today we could do it, well, mostly in a Tabata style, so Tabata timer. So that means for 4 minutes, you do the same exercise or work.
How do I spell Tabata, darling?
T-A-B-A-T-A.
Okay,
so
let's do such a good routine that we really go for our Friday with tremendous relish. And if you're joining us from Australia or New Zealand or the Southern Hemisphere with a glass of wine, take it out your hand, mate, and do something with us. Why not? Otherwise, we just feel you're voyeuristic. Okay. All right.
Right, Trinny, come down into your quadruped position. So all fours, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And bring your right leg out to the side to come into that rotation. Now, I'm sorry, my screen's a bit funny because I can't get I smashed my screen. And I don't know if you can see, it's not the clearest, so I'm really sorry if you can't see me clearly.
I can see you a bit. I think if people can't see you enough because of the comments, if they tap once on the comments, they'll just get one comment instead of all of them, and they can see you better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for one more. Place the hand down, bring your knee in and extend your left leg. Take a deep breath in, reach your left arm up this time, and then exhale, reach under. And if you are a little bit stiff, you're definitely going to feel you are getting a stretch with this one.
And also there's some black neon sweatpants. Yeah, black neon sweatpants, which will wash.
Go for one more.
On the small legs, they won't press.
And then place the hand down, bring the knee in. Let's come into your cat dog stretch. Flex and extend, drawing the shoulders back.
Oh, it's sure the next one. Sorry, darling.
Okay, no problem. And then when you're ready, you can come into your cat dog stretch. So you flex and extend your spine, mobilizing in flexion and extension. So we've done the rotation, and then we would have moved the spine in all different directions, apart from lateral flexion. So I want you to bring your right shoulder towards your right hip, and then your left shoulder towards your left hip. And you're going to look as well. So I don't know if you can see, but it's almost like, I always say this, but a slow down version of a dog wagging its tail. And one more to the left. Come back to the center. And we're going to get started with the Tabata ab work. So you're going to lie down on your back. And we've got 20 seconds, first of all, of just a partial crunch. So you're going to have your hands behind your head, you lift your chest, then bring the head back down. Lift and lower. Keep pulling the belly button down towards the spine, elbows stay nice and wide. And it's just 20 seconds that we do this spot, and then you get 10 seconds rest, and then you have 20 seconds of another ab exercise. One more. And rest for 10 seconds. The next one is going to be a hollow hold. So you lengthen out your legs, lift your chest and reach your arms forwards. Let's go now.
My legs straight.
So you're lifting your chest and lifting your legs at the same time. So chest and legs. But it's just a static hold, Trinny. So you're just holding that position. If your legs are lifted, that's fine if they're in tabletop.
But I'm lifting my legs and my chest.
Yes, exactly. You're just holding it still. And then rest for a few seconds. Place your feet back down. You're going to come back into the 20-second partial crunch. Hands behind your head. Let's go lift the chest and lower. Lift and lower. So we go from just partial crunches to the hold, the static hold, to really challenge those abs. 3, 2, 1, rest for 10 seconds, and then you're coming into the hold. Get ready to go in 5 seconds time. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring your legs to tabletop, lift your chest. If you can, you reach your legs forwards. Lower back is down on the mat. If you're in this tabletop position, that's absolutely fine. You're here for another 10 seconds. Keep holding, belly button drawn down. 5. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Rest for a few seconds. Then place your knees back down on the mat. We're halfway through this Tabata. We're going into partial crunches. Now let's go. Hands behind the head. You lift the chest. Head comes back down. Lift and lower. Exhaling as you lift up. If you feel like you're not working as hard as you could, keep your chest lifted and go for little pulses up. That's going to be much more challenging because you don't let those abs relax. So you've got 2, 1, rest for 10 seconds, then you're into your hollow hold. So take a deep breath in, lift your legs into tabletop to begin with, lift your chest, reach your legs forwards, we're here for 20 seconds. Because now you get those lower abs working. If you can straighten your legs out, yes, perfect. And you can reach your arms down next to your hips. Sometimes I find that helps just to keep because it takes some of the pressure away from the abs and you can work more on the lower abs. And rest for 10 seconds. You're into your last minute of Tabata. Place your feet back down. Nice deep breaths and get ready to go with those partial crunches. Now, so little lift and lower. Good. Keep those elbows nice and wide. That's it. 5 seconds. Go for 2 more. Last one. Rest for 10 seconds. We're coming into the last exercise of this particular Tabata. And you're coming into that hollow hold in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. You're going to lift the chest, lengthen out the legs. Shoulders are down. Really should feel this by this last 20 seconds. You are here for another 5. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Rest. Give the knees a quick hug, rock from side to side. We're going to go into some glute work now. Place your heels down. You're going to first of all do 20 seconds of a glute bridge, just lifting straight up. But little pulses up. Then we're going to go into a frog bridge where the soles of your feet together and you just isolate the glute maximus. So, heels are down, toes turned up to the sky. You're going to lift, hold your hips up and go for little pulses for 20 seconds. So just a classic glute bridge to get the hamstrings and the glute maximus working. Then we will isolate the glute maximus, the big glutes at the back, and get a hip opener in at the same time. You've got 3, 2, 1, come down. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees are out to the side. We're going to do the same thing, but in that butterfly position. Let's go. You're going to lift, little pulses up, but your feet, the soles of your feet together, and the knees are out to the side, so you've got more of a diamond shape with your legs. And that's really going to target just the butt muscles. You're here for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, back to the center. Bring your heels back down, toes turned up to the sky, knees hip distance, and let's go. You're going to lift, just pulsing up for 20 seconds. By the end of this, you should really feel the backs of those legs have been worked, and then we're going to be standing up. You've got 10 seconds left. Really, really squeeze the back. Good. 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. This is a great one for stretching out the hips. And going in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's lift. You're going to pulse up, but you're in that frog position. And with this one, you're really just squeezing the butt. The hamstrings don't really play too much of a role in this. You've got 8 seconds. Keep lifting. Good. 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Bring those heels back down. Toes up to the sky. And we're going. Now, little lift. Keep lifting those hips, pulsing up. Good. You're over halfway through this Tabata.
Make sure you come all the way down in this, do we? We stay up.
I want you to stay up in this one. So you keep those muscles switched on. Really working the back of the leg and the glutes.
Think of those bottoms, ladies, as it gets more painful.
Exactly. You want to keep them nice and pert. And stop. You're going to rest for a few seconds. Bring the soles of the feet back together so you create that diamond shape with the legs. And then we're going to go into those pulses up now. Let's go. Little lift. And this one gets what we call the underbutt. So that little connection between the hamstrings and the butt. So it just helps to really lift things. You're here for another 3, 2, 1, and stop. You're going to come down for a second. Bring those toes back up towards the sky, heels down. And let's go. Last time you're doing this variation, pulsing up. You should be feeling the backs of those legs now. That's it. Little lifts. Really squeeze. Give it everything you've got. And then you're coming up onto your feet in 40 seconds time, so not quite yet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. So last time you're doing this frog bridge, you're going to lift those hips. Now let's go. Little pulses up. Keep lifting. Good. Really squeeze. Tucking the hips, and remember this one gets that underbutt area. It's a good one to work. You have 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. You're going to give the knees a quick hug, rock from side to side.
Oh.
Then you can come up onto your feet, and we're going into squat variations now. If you do have some books to make this a little harder, then grab your books or your dumbbells, whatever you have to hand. So I'm going to use a dumbbell today.
1 dumbbell or 2?
If they're quite light, use 2. I've got 8 kilograms here, so I'm just...
8?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you've got a pile of books, use a pile of books. That's going to be effective. And I want you to come into a wide stance here, Trinny. So just shoulder width or a tiny bit wider, toes slightly turned out. You're going to lower the hips, really push the hips back, come up a little bit, so quarter range of movement, lower all the way, then drive up again. So from the side, it looks like this. You're going to lower, lift a little bit, lower, drive up first, squeeze the butt. Good. Shoulders are back, and the weight is almost next to my ankles when I'm in that squat position. So inhale, exhale, drive up. Good. Really pulling those shoulders back. And with enough repetitions, you will really feel this, even if you're not holding any weight at all. In fact, we may have to lose the weight. You never know. Go for 2 more. Last one. Good. And rest for a few seconds. You can put that weight down. I'm supersetting this with the quick feet. So the feet, so you push the hips back, toes down, heels lifted, and you can swing the arms if you want. So we're getting in a bit of cardio. Feet are shoulder width. That's it, nice and fast. Got 10 seconds left here. Hips are pushed back. Swing those arms. We're going to get in a little bit of arm work. And stop. You're going to rest for 10 seconds, and then we're going back into that squat. So get ready with that weight, because you've got 3 seconds before you start. 2, 1, let's go. You're going to lower, lift up a quarter weight, lower all the way down, drive up fast. Squeezing your butt, imagine you're zipping your legs towards each other. And as I said, if you don't have any weight, this is still effective. Or if you want to get something nice and heavy like a washing powder tub, you can do the box. Last one. And stop. You're going to put that weight down. And we're going into the quick feet in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So feet are shoulder width. You can start to swing those arms. This is going to work the calf muscles as well. It's going to strengthen the muscles around your ankles. Bring your feet further apart, Trinny. And your hips are back. 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, we're back to that squat. Pick up your weight, and time starts now.
Come on, ladies, you're doing a really good job.
Absolutely. You're keeping up with this. You're doing a really good job, because this is quite fast paced between these exercises. And we're really loading up the muscles. Inhale, lower, and drive up. Good. You're here for 2 more. Good, last one. Perfect, and stop. Put those weights down. Let's go into the quick feet. Hips are back, our shoulder width. And you're pulling the belly button in, getting nice and fast. And start to swing those arms. The faster you go, the harder your legs are going to work, and we're going to raise the heart rate. And stop. Rest for a couple of seconds. You're into your last round of TABATA, so grab your weight, or your weights, or your books, whatever you have. And we are going now. Toes slightly turned up, get nice and low, your squat. Come up a quarter of the way, lower all the way, drive up fast. Inhale, exhale, drive up. Good. Perfect. You're here for another 2 reps. And then you're into your last round of the curtsy. And last one. Put that weight down. Legs should be feeling it. And let's go to quick feet. Nice and fast. Bring those arms. Hips are pushed back. This one's a fun one. I like doing this one. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Shake it off.
I gotta get some water.
Yes, have some water, stay hydrated. It's a tough one this morning. It's good to mix it up, mix up the training. Okay, so hopefully you've all sufficiently hydrated and we're ready for the next round of exercises. We'll be using the mat.
Yup.
Okay, Trinny. Next one, upper body. I want you to come down onto your exercise mat and you've got just shoulder taps. So alternating shoulder taps, really squeezing the glutes, keeping those hips tucked in, right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder, 20 seconds. Time starts now. Let's go, keep the hips tucked, good. 20 seconds. Perfect, halfway through, you've got 10 seconds left of this one. Nice. 3, 2, 1. Rest for a few seconds. I recommend just kneeling, rolling the shoulders back for a couple of seconds. Your next one is also upper body. You're going to do a mountain climber for 20 seconds. Going in 3, 2.
What are we doing now?
A mountain climber, so knees up to the chest. You can either take it slowly or you can jog between them if you want to get that little bit of cardio in. And it's just 20 seconds. But you've just done the shoulder tap, so it is going to feel tough. 3, 2, 1. Stop, rest for 10 seconds, and you're back to the shoulder tap. So take that recovery. And let's go. Shoulder taps, hands down, hips tucked in, going from side to side. The slower you go with this one, the more you're going to get from it, because you really have to balance on one side of your body. 3, 2, 1, and stop. You're going to rest for 10 seconds, sorry. And then you're back to the mountain climber. Going in another 2, 1. Let's go. Mountain climber. Either lift one leg or the other leg, or quickly switch between the two. If you need to modify this one, you can put your forearms on a chair and just lift one knee up and the other knee. Or your hands on a chair. And rest for 10 seconds. You're halfway through the TABATA.
Halfway through, Jesus Christ.
This probably is one of the tougher ones. Okay, get ready for shoulder taps. Let's go. You're going to lift the knees, tap the shoulders. Just 20 seconds of work here. If you need to come onto your knees and modify it, you absolutely can do that. That's no problem. You've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest for 10 seconds. Rest, Trinny. You've got 10 seconds recovery. And then you're into your mountain climbers. In 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. Mountain climbers just for 20 seconds. Great for the core. Great for that cardiovascular system. So you're stoking that metabolic fire, raising your metabolism, and rest for 10 seconds. Good. Last time you're doing the shoulder taps, and they're happening in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. Shoulder taps. Hips nice and still. Halfway, you've got 10 seconds left and a 10-second recovery. 3, 2, 1, rest for 10 seconds. Okay, last time doing those mountain climbers in 5, in 2, 1. Let's go, Trinny. You've got 20 seconds. You're doing really well if you're keeping up with this one. It's really, really hard. Lifting those knees. You've got 7 seconds. Not long. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Right, you've got a whole 60 seconds recovery. Grab a drink. If you've got a dressing gown cord or something to hand, I recommend stretching out the chest by putting the band up and over the head. Starting Friday off with a bang today. Nice deep breath. Still got another 30 seconds left to recover. You can
get the tight straw.
You can roll the shoulders back a couple of times. You could pull the band down to one side, to the other side, so you get a nice stretch through the side of the body. We have 10 seconds left for recovery, and then we're going into our next round of exercises. Okay, you can put that band down, and we're going to go into a side lunge combination. So, going from side to side, hips are pushed back. Now you can, if you want to, hold a weight again here. So you can hold a weight, just one. Go from side to side. That's obviously going to make it more difficult. But as a body weight exercise, this one's quite difficult anyway, because you're pushing your weight to one side. Sit, and it's 20 seconds. Sometimes I like to quickly switch between hands with the weight. Keep those legs working. You've got 5 seconds.
In my pace, or Nathalie's pace.
You can do it even slower if you want to as well. And stop. You're going to rest for 10 seconds. And come into a curtsy lunge.
You know what? Yes. Okay, so with a weight or not?
You can do it with or without a weight. That choice is yours. So if you're doing it with a weight, hold it in front of the chest. You can hold your books, or if you've got 2 lighter dumbbells, hold them either side of your hips. And we're going to just go from side to side. So we're doing alternating exercises for this one. From the side, you tuck the hips in, come back and across. Inhale, lower, exhale to drive up. And rest. Put the weight down. Get ready for round 2 of the side lunges. So with or without the weight, going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you're going from side to side. Keep those feet parallel, so toes are turned forwards, and you're really pushing the hips back here. You can either use a weight or not. It is up to you. Obviously, it's going to be a little harder with the weight. And you can keep switching. You can take the pace up if you want to, or keep it nice and gentle. That's still highly effective. And rest. Get ready to go into the curtsy lunge in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you alternate from side to side. And this one, I haven't told you why you're doing this. You need to.
You haven't. Tell us. Make us feel good about doing it.
So you're doing this one because it's really effective for the outside of the leg. So even the ankles, the knees, you're going to be working the hip stabilizers. You're going to be working on your core a little bit here as well, quads a little bit, and rest for 10 seconds. You're going to put that weight down. So you can put that weight down, Trinny, rest for 10 seconds, or keep hold of the weight and you're going back into the side lunges. In 2, 1, let's go. You're going to go side to side. And this is a static movement, so we're not stepping in and out, just keeping those legs wide and pushing the hips to one side and then to the other side. Shoulders are pulled back, weight is in the heel of the side that you're leaning to. And this one is fantastic for the outside of the leg. You're here for another 2, 1, and stop. Rest for a few seconds. Okay, are you ready for curtsy lunges? Then you've got 1 more round of each.
Yeah. Let's
go. You're going to step behind and across. Come back to the center and switch. Perfect. Getting nice and low. So we've really worked the upper body with the last one. This time we're really working the lower body. 5 seconds. Oops. 2, 1, and rest. Getting ready for the last round of this one. Coming into those side lunges in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. You're going to step out to the side and smoothly transition from side to side like a ninja. That's it. So hips push right back and the toes are parallel. So you're getting nice and low if you can. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest for 10 seconds. Then you're into the curtsy lunge for the last time today. Going in 5 seconds time, hold that weight up in front of the chest. 2, 1, let's go. Step behind and across. Deep breath in, you lift. Sorry, inhale, you get down into it. Exhale, you drive up out of it. If it's feeling really tough, focus on your breath. You've got 3 seconds. Let's finish on this side, last one, and just stop, put that weight down. Have a rest. 45 seconds to recover. Shake off those legs, roll those shoulders back a couple of times. And taking some nice deep breaths. That round actually raises the heart rate a little bit. There's a lot of movement.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Okay, we've still got another 20 seconds of recovery because I want you to be nice and fresh for the next round. So grab your band if you want to, just to stretch out or get some fresh air. Then get ready to go. Okay. 5 seconds to go. Right, Trinny, this time we're going to do a burpee modification for the whole format. But it's not going to be too tough. It's going to be, well, there's going to be options. You can either make it horrendous in a good way, or you can take it a little easy and work at your own pace. So you're going to squat down, walk the hands out into a plank, walk the hands back to the feet, and jump. Then walk those hands out, walk the hands back to the feet, jump. You don't have to do the jump if you don't want to. That is optional. So you can walk those hands out, walk the hands back, jump, or just stand. Or come up onto the toes, do a calf raise. You've got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Rest for 10 seconds. Really take that rest. Your next exercise, so we're going to have a rest between that one. We're going to come onto your knees, and you're going to push up to Superman. So we're getting in some back work and tricep work. 20 seconds.
I can never see how you're doing this.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. So I'm just doing a push-up. Then chest is on the ground, lifting the arms. So you come into that Superman, and then you push up again. Okay, 20 seconds. Good. So you lower, lift the arms, push. Hips are tucked in when you're pushing. You can bring those arms right up to the side if you want to in a T shape. That's it. Go for one more. And stop. Come up onto your feet. You're going to come into that burpee combination again. Okay. 10 seconds going, and then you are into it. That's it. And jump. Get down. Walk those hands out. Walk the hands back to the feet. Jump. Challenging that shoulder stability. Working on the side of the stomach. There's a lot going on with this one. Good, and jump, that's your last one. Rest for 10 seconds, and then you're into the push-up. So it's not too bad, that 20 seconds goes quite fast for that one. Right, push-up, hands down. Let's go. You're gonna lower, lift the arms, push. Get those triceps working. 10 seconds left. Good. And this really is full body. There is nothing being left behind with today's workout. You're getting strength, cardio, a bit of endurance work here, working the chest, the shoulders, the back, and rest for 10 seconds. Good, nice deep breaths. Get ready to go into that burpee modification. And you're going to come into it. Now, so you squat, walk those hands out, walk the hands back towards your feet, jump. Good, nice soft landing. You're going to bend the knees as you land out of that squat jump. One more, jump. Good, and stop. You're going to come into your push-up now. Then you're into your last minute of this. So that's it. You're going to push it back from the ground, lower, lift the chest, briefly lift those arms, pull the shoulders back, and push. This one is really tough. Good, one more push, and rest. Rest for 10 seconds. You're into your last round of this combination. Okay, last round. So I want you to come in, get ready for that burpee. Going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 20 seconds. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Jump if you want to, or you can come up onto your toes, then get back down into your squat. Good. You've got 5 seconds left, Trinny. Let's get one more plank walkout in. And stop. Good. Then 10 seconds rest. You've got the push-up to Superman combination. You're going to lie on your stomach, and knees down, you push, then lower the chest, lift the arms.
I'm not doing it with knees down.
You can do it with your knees down, and you're going for the harder variation here, which is good, because you're going to get more muscle activation.
I didn't realise we were on knees down.
So you can do it with your knees down or with your knees lifted. You're doing the harder modification, Trinny, which is very impressive. You've got one more.
I knew I was, I wouldn't.
And rest. Completely rest. We're actually going to finish today's session with some more Pilates mobility and some stretching. So the hard stuff is done. We are finished with it.
Oh, yes.
That was tough.
That was tough.
Okay. Right.
But good cardio, ladies. Well done.
Yes, well done to everyone who did that. That was that was quite a brutal workout.
Yeah.
We're going to go into Mermaid now.
Oh yeah, nice.
Exactly. This is the treat at the end of the session. Okay.
Something that if any of you do Pilates, you can do on the Pilates reformer, but it's quite nice this way too.
Oh yes, love it on the reformer when you can push out. You're going to bring the arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in, start to reach that arm up, and then exhale, reach underneath.
Oh wait, I'm going the opposite way with my legs folded back.
Okay, so Trinny, let's
Am I doing the opposite way?
Can you just start from the beginning, just in case, because we both know what we're doing. So I'll just explain it if you've never done Mermaid before. If you start off in a kneeling position, slide your hips off to the left, then bring your legs out. So the inside of your left leg is up to the sky, and the outside of your right leg is up to the sky.
Okay.
Then bring your arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in, start to lean over to the left and reach your right arm up. Exhale, reach underneath your left arm. So you're getting in the rotation for your spine, and press your right shoulder down towards the ground. And you should feel a really nice stretch there. If you're tight around the hips, you're going to feel it there. Deep breath in. Start to come back to the center, still reaching that right arm long so you get the length through the side of the body. Exhale, push yourself up, reach up and over with your left arm. Make sure you're lifting the rib cage and you're not just collapsing into the side of the body. So you're actively lifting and lengthening. Inhale, come back to the center. Shoulders are down, then exhale, reach up. Lengthen out that body, left forearm on the ground. Reach underneath your left armpit with your right arm. Inhale, back to the center. Reach up and over. We're going to hold the next one. So I want you to do one more. Deep breath in, reach. And then exhale, reach up and under. You can hold this stretch for a little bit if you want to. If it feels really good, just hold and relax in this stretch for a few seconds. Then come back to the center. You're going to push yourself up, reach up and over with that left arm. And I want you to pull on your left wrist with your right hand. So you're deepening the stretch. Then you're going to feel more of a stretch underneath the armpit and also at the back of the hip. Come back to the center, bring those arms down, and lean back onto your hands. Bring your legs out in front of you and switch them around. So now it's the outside of your left leg turned up to the sky, and the inside of your right leg turned up to the sky. And that right foot is resting next to your, on top of your thigh. You can actually sit on a cushion if you're very tight in the hips. Now you're going to reach your arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in, reach up with your left arm, place the right forearm on the ground, and then exhale, reach underneath your right armpit. Push your left shoulder down towards the ground. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, push up, reach up and over in the opposite direction. And as I said before, you're really lengthening that side of the body. Deep breath in, come back to the center, and exhale, reach up. Reach under that right arm again, pressing your left shoulder down. Come back to the center, reach up and over. You're about to go into your last one. Deep breath in, arms are wide, and you're going to reach, lean over, exhale, reach underneath that right arm, and hold this stretch for a few seconds. You may notice that you're more tight on one side than the other, which is entirely normal. No one is completely, perfectly balanced. Back to the center. And then reach up and over with that right arm. You're going to pull on your right wrist with your left hand. Back to the center, and now you can lie down on your mat. If you do have a belt or something that you can hook around your foot, just grab it because it will make stretching a little easier. You've done a really tough workout, so now it's time to relax and stretch out all the muscles and release all those happy
my hips are feeling really tight, Nat.
Your hips are feeling tight. Okay, well we'll do a lot of we'll do some hip stretching.
Yeah, it'd be good to do.
So I want you to put your right foot in the band first of all, or the belt, or whatever you have to hand. You could even use your handbag strap, and then flex the foot. Take a deep breath in, bend the knee, and exhale, extend, pushing your heel up to the sky. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. And you should feel a nice stretch through the calves. Because you did actually work them today as well with the quick feet. I would say that was one of our tougher workouts today.
Yeah, I would agree, but good. Like now we've done it and we're stretching.
Yes.
We're happy I did it.
Exactly, and it was, I suppose, 35-minute workout. 30-minute, really tough. Extend and hold. Take hold of the band or belt in your left hand. Pull it slightly across, pull your leg slightly across towards your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come back to the center. And you're going to place your left foot in the band and your right leg down on the ground. And you inhale, bend that knee towards the chest. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend, exhale.
Are we on the other leg now?
Yes, so you just switch sides.
I was in another world.
And you want to completely relax when you stretch so your muscles can stretch a little bit more. You need to extend and hold that leg straight. Take hold of the band in your right hand and pull it slightly across towards your right shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Come back to the center. You're going to take that foot out of the band. And I want you to come into a glute bridge just for a second to ease off the front of the hips. And then you're going to roll back down, and we're going to use the wall to stretch out the hips. So where you're going to stretch the muscles around the hips. So if you find a position where you can put your foot against the wall, you're going to have your left foot up against the wall and your right ankle across your left knee. Now, if you're really tight, it's going to feel like your hip is kind of or the top of your femur is jammed into your hip socket. So I want you to take hold of your leg, your right hand on top of your thigh, your left hand on the back of your thigh, and actively pull your leg away from the hip socket and then kind of push the leg down. So you're grabbing near the knee, you're lifting it away, and it should feel like a nice release of pressure when you do that. You're going to push the leg down a little bit, and this helps create space in the hip so that when you do stretch, it doesn't feel so compressed and pinching. Then, if you need a deeper stretch, you can get a bit closer to the wall or lift your left heel. So you're decreasing the space between your leg and your torso. And then you're just going to hold that stretch, relax into it.
I'm slightly not got my back on the wall, so it's a bit uncomfortable.
Sorry, Trinny?
No, I just haven't got my whole back supported doing this.
Oh, right, okay. So can you cross your right ankle over your left knee? That's it. And then take hold of your thigh. So your right hand is just above your knee on your thigh, and your left hand is behind the knee and just above a little bit. Then you're going to actively pull the leg away from the hip to create a bit of space in that hip socket. Good. You can push the leg down a little bit. That's it. Holding for another 5. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch to do the other side now. So your right foot is going to go against the window or the wall, and you're going to cross your left leg over your right leg. Did you do the other side, Trinny?
No, I can't. Darling, I'm on a step and my bottom.
Oh, you're on the step. Oh, I can see now. Oh, right, I see. Okay. If you have, actually, Trinny, if you've got your chair there, we can do it on the chair.
I'll do it on the chair.
Yeah, grab your chair. So, the chair version, you're going to take a seat on your chair, cross your right ankle over your left knee, then take your right hand and place it just above your knee on your thigh, and your left hand on the inner thigh, and actively sort of pull the leg away from the hip.
Okay.
And that way you're going to decompress the hip. Then, once you've created that decompression and there's less pressure in the hip, you can lean forwards and get into your hip stretch and just hold it. And it should feel like...
Yeah, it does. Really get in there.
Yeah, because you've actually worked your hips quite... Well, you did that workout on Monday, which was banded work, so you would have worked your glutes then a lot. And then today, you've done quite a bit of leg work as well. Now let's switch sides. Left ankle, right knee. And again, this time your left hand is going to be on the top of the thigh, right hand, back of the thigh, and pull. You might want to lean back in your chair to do this, because sometimes it can be...
I'm pulling it away from my hip.
Pulling it away from your hip. So imagine that, you know, this is your hip socket and this is the top of your femur.
Yeah.
You kind of want to create a bit of space.
Okay.
Otherwise, sometimes if it's really jammed in there, it's hard to stretch and it feels very uncomfortable. Then once you've created that space, you're going to lean forwards. And you can actually press your left leg down a little bit. You want to deepen the stretch, elevate your right heel, and that's going to increase the stretch.
Oh, you mean go on tiptoes?
Yes, exactly. And you can place that foot back down. And as we're here, let's do a couple of neck stretches.
Okay.
Flex your hands. You're going to bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And take hold of the right side of your head just to lengthen out the upper trapezius. Then look down towards your left pocket. Back to the center. You're going to switch to do the same on the other side. And then look down towards your right pocket. Back to the center. Shrug off those shoulders a couple of times. Then let's use the chair just to have a quick stretch of the quads and so the front of the thigh and the hips a little bit. I want you to hold onto the chair and pick up your right foot with your right hand. You're going to tuck your hips in, pull the heel towards the butt. Because if you're like this, you're not going to be getting a stretch. You want to extend the hip and pull back. And then let's switch sides. Hips tucked. So just pulling back.
So it's like I'm tucking in, not pushing out.
Exactly, but you want to pull the leg back at the same time. So if you're tucking the hips in, you can try and squeeze the butt a little bit and then pull the leg back, rather than just, if you're kind of doing this in your steps, you're not going to feel it unless you, I don't know, go into some sort of yoga pose, which you don't really want to do right now. Okay, or you can go for it and just keep pulling, but you want to keep the hip extended, and that's what gives you the stretch.
Done.
Right, Trinny, we are done.
Oh, that's so good. I really felt that today.